Hi, it's Brian Brawdy reminding you that the next 2 minutes will teach you all you need to know. And why do I say that? Because everything we've ever needed, we've always had. It's been with us from the beginning. Okay? It comes already pre-assembled. You come pre-packaged with batteries. Not like one of these Christmas tree gifts that you open it up, you go, oh, batteries not included. Baloney. Your batteries were absolutely included. So what do we say? So what's the trouble then? Why is it that we're all not working the red carpet, living like a rock star? Why is it that we all seem to be in the middle of an uphill struggle? Why is it that we all seem, as I said in the tease, all tied up? Well, there's one reason for that. Now, you may remember that Thoreau said, we are born free, but everywhere we are in chains. I think it was Oliver Wendell Holmes that said, all of us are born tattooed in our cradle, and those tattoos stick with us forever. Or James Joyce, when he said, man at birth and woman at birth, humans at birth, there are nets flung to hold them back from flight. So let me ask you, what are some of the ropes tying you up? What is it that's leaving you moored to the dock of the adventure that is life itself? What is holding you back? Now, the answer might very well surprise you. What is holding you back? You're holding yourself back. And I say that because of your amnesia. I say that because of the chains, because of the nets, because of the tattoos, all these things, all this baggage. You and I get to a certain age and we're like bellmen, where all we do is carry other people's baggage, maybe some of our own baggage. But then pretty soon we figure out we've been doing the heavy lifting for everyone else's opinion about who we ultimately are. So let me ask you, who are you? Are you the press clippings? Do you think you're the press clippings that you read about? Are you the things that everyone says about you, good and bad? Or are you at your all-natural being? Are you at your core, at your heart, in the very marrow of your mind? Are you capable of almost anything? But yet, we leave ourselves tied to the dock. Why is that? Here in the labyrinth of life, the garden of the mortals itself. And what if there were a way to break the chains, cut the ropes, remove the nets, remove the tattoos? What if we could start out every morning with a fresh run of show, if you will? And that run of show is that we believe whatever fate throws at us, we're going to be able to handle. So no more worrying, no more crying, no more obsessing, no more all these other things that everyone else has told us. This is the way you and I should get through life. Well, what if we didn't believe that anymore? What if we said, I'm here, and whether that unique purpose was assigned to me before I got here, or if you're of the camp that believes that unique purpose unfolds as you move through life, tomato, tomato, as far as I'm concerned, you're here to identify a unique purpose. And what is that purpose? Now, if you don't mind me saying so, what if that purpose is something that does in fact unfold? Or maybe your knowledge of it unfolds in the moment. It's like a Rubik's Cube that you mix all around in order to be able to pull off exactly what you want. What would your life be like if you didn't listen to all the experts, all the people that are so certain? You've heard me call them before, walking, talking Venus flytraps, pits of quicksand with arms and legs. What if you didn't allow these people to pull you down and to hold you back and to tattoo you with their definitions? Well, you'd certainly wake up and go, now that I don't believe all those things, what do I believe about myself? What do I believe about where am I? What am I ultimately capable of? What are my natural resources? What can I do? Now, there comes a point in any discussion about feelings, and I got into this the other day. A lot of people say, oh, it's all about feelings. I have to tell you, I couldn't care less about your feelings. And you know why? Before anyone that's still left that didn't click off after that, you know why I couldn't care less about your feelings? I couldn't care less about my own feelings. Right? Because ultimately, there are times where we just don't feel like doing it, but we get up and we do it. There are times that we just don't feel like putting ourselves into the battle, but we get up and put ourselves into the battle. And that's why I say a hero is just a person that recognizes where here is in this particular moment. A hero recognizes, he or she recognizes where they are and what natural resources they need to call up in order to command this particular moment in all of time. No nets, no chains, no tattoos, no being moored, no being all tied up. It's on you to decide what binds you. It's on you to decide what holds you back. Because the moment you decide what holds you back, you're in the best position to figure out how to break free. And if it's the opinions of other people, then you deal with that. If the suggestions of other people, oh, you should be this or you should be that. Well, what if you don't want to be this or that? Identifying what it is that holds you back in and of itself allows you to spring free. Is it fear? We've talked before about fear being a great predator. Is it fear that holds us back? I suspect. Amnesia definitely holds us back. If you've been following me, and this is episode 490 some odd, closing in on 500, if you've been following me all this time, you know that fear and amnesia are the two biggest 1-2 punches. We're afraid because we forget who we are. We forget what we're ultimately capable of. We forget about our authentic vigor. We forget about our true grit. Stealing a phrase from the movie. We most certainly forget about our natural resources. We most certainly forget about the marrow of our minds. So what if it is true that our amnesia is holding it back? What if you believed you could do anything, which I believe you can? Now the people go, well, I can't fly to the moon. If anyone just answered to me, well, you can't fly to the moon, do yourself a favor. Look down, because I'm pretty sure you're wearing loafers or slip-ons of some sort because you haven't mastered the acumen yet of tying an actual knot in some shoestrings. Of course you can't fly to the moon. That's not what we're talking about. What is it that sparks your smart, that just fills your head and your heart? That if you weren't moored, if you weren't tied down, if there weren't nets flung to keep you back from flight, as James Joyce says, what if there aren't any chains holding you back? What if the tattoos you were given in your cradle, you decide to give back? And you say, yeah, I don't care. It's not who I am now. I couldn't care less about the baggage that everyone dropped on me. I'm not a bellman. I will do what I want when I want. Again, big debate now, right? Going on in the world, as long as it doesn't injure another person. But as far as manifesting that sense of your own personal reality, that reflection that you see in the mirror, again, I ask, what if you and I are the people that hold ourselves back? And I think the only answer is we, in fact, are the very people that hold ourselves back. So I guess you could say the suggestion is, why don't you and I knock it off? Why don't you and I stop letting that happen in our lives? Because it doesn't happen without our permission. All right, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Don't forget, you can visit us at mortalup, mortalup.com. You can reach out to us there. There's all kinds of cool things going on the website. Make sure to swing on over. Pretty soon, our show will be going back to its hour, then 2 hour, then 3 hour format. We'll be doing a little more radio than anything else. But I want to take this opportunity to welcome you over to Mortal Up and to let you know that we're committed, absolutely committed, because we believe both you and your beliefs need an ally. And that's what we're doing in building the Brian Brawdy Show on the radio side. Your beliefs need an ally. You need an ally, and we respectfully submit we'd like to be that ally. We say on the website, your courage is about to make a huge comeback. I absolutely believe that with every fiber in me, because I believe when you remember who you ultimately are, there's no concern anymore about courage. So please join us as we get ready to launch. And I think by the beginning of June, we should be up to 2 or 3 hours a day. We get ready to launch the Brian Brawdy Show because there's never been a better time to be who you ultimately are. So remember to look up, to stand up, to bring your own bold and mortal up. Because I think it's true. The entire world, and most certainly your future, is waiting on you to be who you already are. Have an absolutely fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.